You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Well, I think you can handle the truth. Welcome back to Zero Dark 30. Ran into some good reception zone. Thought I might talk to you guys a little bit about some things that occurred to me. Right? We're dealing with camels and Kamalas right now. And that just sounded funny to me, so that's the title of the video. But we got a couple of things developing. One thing, domestic. The other thing, international. But in both cases, it is SHTF. So let's start with Kamala. Kamala. She held a rally yesterday, and people, as Kamala took the stage to speak, started leaving. They started leaving. Why would they do that? Well, they weren't protesters. All they wanted to do was see the musical entertainment portion of the rally. In other words, Kamala got herself a cool rapper, I guess. And I don't understand for the life of me why rappers fucking matter in politics. This idea that they speak to the people, I think, is insulting. It truly is. People that care, people that vote, are not the world's largest rap fans. And maybe they listen to it in a casual way, but is that really going to win a fucking election? I know every vote counts, and for the Democrats, they count them all many times just to be sure. Hell, if it's worth counting once, it's worth counting 10 times. But back to the story. Kamala has people leaving her function, her rally, because they don't care about her. They don't care about her. They were there to listen to a rapper, and they ditched her. Okay, Trump rally. People are there to see Trump. Period. Trump rally. People show up and, yeah, they're entertained by whoever the entertainment is, whoever the other speakers are, but they're there to see Trump. And as you get closer and closer to the appearance of the president, right, that builds excitement. It's rally entertainment function 101 type stuff. This is how you do it. And there we are, right? There we are. That's how this shit works. But Kamala is popular, but the media and other politicians continue to gaslight us, to lie right to our faces innumerable times. Every chance they get, they'll tell us how popular she is. And I believe it was Joe Rogan who said, this just doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make any sense. When she was vice president, she was the least popular vice president of all time. Not to mention she's a giant communist, but she's the least popular of all time. But she gets foisted into the seat of presidential candidate, and now she's everyone's hero in the political left. She is beloved, supposedly, increasingly popular by the second. Political lies, folks. SHTF. All lies. But it's great, right? It's great. Chuck Schumer, he attacked J.D. Vance. Well, fellow senator. So much for Senate decorum and being statesman. That's all bullshit, folks. It's all bullshit. Yeah, Chuck is like demanding, no, you can't be the vice president. And now he's like, well, they think they've got a strategy. I mean, what are they going to do? Put up their booty juice? Right? So some other wacko, and that's what they're doing. They're developing a strategy, the Democrats are, folks. They're going to try managing their losses and cheating their way across the finish line. That's what they're going to do. And it makes me nervous when they are not upset, because Democrats are upset about everything. There is nothing that doesn't freak them out and cause them pain because they suck so bad. They do. They do. Anyways, expect a lot more from Kamala Harris in the upcoming days and weeks and months. There are going to be some surprising revelations. But don't forget that Secret Service agents not only believe, but have actually, one of them had written in an email that another Trump assassination attempt was imminent based on very weak, ineffective, incompetent leadership within the Secret Service. Now let's switch over to camels, if we shall. World War III alert. So a Hezbollah member was killed by Israel just a day ago or so. Killed, smoked him. The Israelis were like, that's right, Hezbollah, we're coming for you. I believe that was Lebanon. Well, while we were sleeping, the news story came out that a Hamas leader had his residence bombed. You know, what's incredible about that is not only did they hit the Hamas leader, oh, by the way, they control billions and billions and billions of dollars that have been donated for Palestinian Gaza relief. Relief that the terrorists control and use for funding their war. But this Hamas leader wasn't killed in Gaza, wasn't killed in Israel. He wasn't killed in Syria. He was killed in Tehran, which is the capital of Iran. To be killed there, to have a missile hit your residence there, they are very serious. And it sounds to me like Mossad has agents everywhere that they need them to be, that they have infiltrated, and that they are executing their plans. Now, if you recall, we were told that if Israel goes into Gaza and starts wiping out the terrorists, that terror groups from around the world, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Hezbollah, would attack Israel and wipe them off the face of the earth. It hasn't happened. I think the only thing we got is a one-time multiple missile rocket attack, and I think about half of them were shot down by the missile defense system in Israel, and a lot of nothing, big nothing burger. But now they're going after Hamas, they're going after Hezbollah, the leadership, folks, the leadership, and they're doing it around the Middle East. This is some World War III type shit. It truly is. The question is, you know, how far can it go? How far will it go? You have to remember that yesterday, President Erdogan of Turkey kind of asked a rhetorical question, speaking on the topic of, well, why shouldn't we attack Israel? You know, Turkey wants to go to war. Why? Why would they want to go to war? I'm going to ask this question. It's not really semi-rhetorical, but rather exploratory. Is if Turkey is just selling arms, you know, weapons, selling weapons to Hezbollah, and Turkey selling weapons to Hamas, and Turkey sells weapons to terror groups, then business is good. Business is good. The more Israel bombs and destroys these terror groups, the more they're going to need to replenish their supplies. So Turkey should be pleased that they're getting so many sales, right? Shouldn't be a problem for Turkey. But Turkey is saying that they think there's no real negative side to attacking, invading, going to war with Israel. Really? So it's something more than just arms sales if they're willing to invite expanding and, well, wider war. I think there's a problem there. I think there's a problem there. So it must be that, Turkey is completely anti-Israel and they're willing to risk nuclear war. And Israel, for its part, is willing to go to wider war as well. In both instances, it doesn't make me very happy or pleased. It doesn't give me a warm, fuzzy feeling. So get prepared for that in the Middle East. Wider war, the potential for nuclear war, and the disruption that would cause to everyday life, not to mention the hundreds, the thousands, and potentially millions of people dying horribly, and the literal and figurative fallout from that. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind. Kamala and Camels, what a morning. I'll talk to you guys tonight. Semper Fi, and God bless America and indeed the free world.